Recently, I was asked the question, don't cold showers affect how you are overall? Doesn't it have negative effects, negative overall impacts on your health and how you sleep and everything? Because this guy said cold showers are horrible. Why are you even recommending cold showers? Why are you even doing cold showers? Because this guy with somewhat more of experience of cold showers saying he took cold showers every single day for 3 years said cold showers are terrible. So I asked myself as well. So over the countless and countless and countless of articles, websites, and sources I researched, I want to share with you some knowledge that I learned. So let's talk about cold showers. The reason cold showers even started was because of a man by the name of Wim Hof, or nicknamed the Iceman. He's been known for accomplishing a few records and doing things like running barefoot in ice with nothing but shorts on and running a full about 26 miles, 13 miles, a very, very long period. Just in shorts, out on the snow where it's super cold, barefoot, and just running. He was the one who kind of started this whole trend of cold showers, cold exposures, and cold plunges and cold baths. And granted, he's nicknamed the Iceman because, well, he does cold exposure on a regular basis. On a regular basis, he goes through the cold exposure, even heat too. He maintains a steady core temperature without water. And he's done so many other stuff like breathing techniques and more of that stuff. But he started gaining traction and traction and traction on social media platforms, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, and all of these social media platforms. And he got popular for the ice baths, the ice plunges, super cold temperatures that he would expose himself to. This is what he became popular for. And then after this, another influencer, another person, another person, another person, another person, and everybody started hopping on this trend. Everybody started hopping on the trend of cold exposures, cold plunges, cold showers, cold baths, everything to do with cold exposure. Everybody hopped on it as soon as Wim Hof started getting traction. And then it sprouted to what is known as today. But there's a lot of things and effects which cold showers do, which not many people realize the toll and effect it has on your body. So, what are the pros and cons of cold showers? Well, the first pro is that cold showers improve muscle recovery. Whether you're doing cardio or whatever form of training, it improves muscular recovery. But not by that much. It's very, very minimal. The second pro is that it gives you an instant boost of energy without having to chug 5 liters of coffee and caffeine, or green tea, or any form of caffeine. You feel like you consumed all the coffee, even though you didn't. Which is also another reason people take cold showers, is because of the energy it gives. The energy it gives them in the morning that they need to do everything. Now, the third pro. The third pro is that cold showers overall strengthen the psychological side and the mental side of the human body. But when it comes to the human body and the mental aspect, it improves it, sure, but the improvements can be very minimal most of the time. So now let's talk about the cons. The cons of cold showers, well, the first thing is brief exposure. The cold showers or cold exposure, any form of cold exposure for a brief period of time has actually been shown to decrease your overall testosterone levels in your blood. So all those benefits and people saying, "Oh, but bro, it boosts my testosterone and everything." It actually decreases the overall testosterone levels in your blood. And the second thing is that when you train, whatever form of training it is, you start to develop what's known as lactic acid in your muscles. This lactic acid is what helps your muscles grow. The lactic acid is when your muscles feel pain, they feel very sore. Well, maybe not sore, but the point is they're kind of, in a way, in pain. Your muscles are in pain. This is because you developed what's known as lactic acid in your muscles, which with cold showers, the reason so many athletes take cold showers is because it removes all the lactic acid from their muscles and it helps them recover. Not by that much though. It's very minimal. And because it removes all the lactic acid, they remove all the stress that they put on their muscles earlier from physical activity. Therefore, it reduces overall muscle gain, which, if you want to be a pro athlete, this isn't really much of a terrible thing, but overall, it's gonna ruin your hypertrophy a little bit by at least maybe a 5 to 10%, maybe even 15%. Now, another con of cold showers is that after you take a cold shower, you step out and your body core temperature starts rising and rising and rising and rising because the body's natural reaction to the cold temperature. But here's the issue with this. If you take a cold shower right before you go to sleep, it may be a little bit more difficult for you to sleep, to regulate your hormones. Because sleep regulates hormones like cortisol and many, 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 many other hormones. When your body core temperature level rises, you also start getting hotter. You might start sweating a little bit. Maybe even if you don't, but you start feeling hotter and warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer. And it's overall gonna be way harder to get just quality sleep. Quality sleep, it'll be way harder to achieve after you take a cold shower, cold exposure of any form. Because also keep in mind with the energy boost. Now here's another con with cold showers. Cold showers actually don't give that much of an energy boost. They give an energy boost for maybe a good 5 hours. 3 to 5 hours. Maximum, maybe like 7. But cold showers don't actually give you that much energy. Sure, you have some energy, but this huge spike in energy is just like when you eat sugar and you have a sugar crush. Your energy level drops way below the point you started at. It drops way below that. And the same thing applies to cold showers. Your energy will drop way lower than what you started at. Because cold showers and cold exposure, unless you're going to keep spamming cold showers and cold plunges every second of your life, it's not going to give you enough energy. It's not going to give you enough energy throughout the whole day. And granted, it can be a good energy hack, but it's not the best. Granted, many people have clicked off by now. They're on TikTok, Instagram Reels, TikTok Reels, Snapchat. They just want the click hit of dopamine. The dopamine that's just gonna spike. But I'll be giving you some quality advice. So, what's the verdict on cold exposure? Well, in the research and the studies, cold showers can also improve your mood, reduce your stress and cortisol levels, but like I mentioned earlier, there's many cons to taking cold exposure on a regular day-to-day basis or on a regular basis. Because also another reason that cold showers actually started in the first place was because everybody put it out there. Oh bro, it boosts my testosterone. Because there's also many studies that will support their claim. But then again, it has been shown that most of these ice cold showers boost testosterone. That's like a really temporary boost. It's a temporary boost. Just like heavy compound lifts and the basic 8 to 9 hours of sleep. These are some very basic things and temporary things which will boost your testosterone, but it will be very temporary. Very temporary. In fact, even maybe 30, 50 minutes after your whatever you tried doing, the instant testosterone boosting hack. It'll probably go back to normal, maybe dip a low level, and it'll just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So, if you really want to break free from the cold shower, the cold exposures, the cold exposure overall, literally, just don't take cold exposure that often. Don't do it on a regular basis because it will mess up your overall sleep, most likely. Not to mention all the other factors which I mentioned earlier. It will have very negative effects. But then again, everybody else will only talk about the positive aspects that happen when you take a cold exposure, whether that be form in a cold shower, a cold plunge, ice plunge, whatever form of cold exposure. Don't take cold exposure too often because if you actually care about your health, it's not a good idea. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, welcome to the Brotherhood.